Alright, so I have watched an anime recently called Eren the Southpaw. Good lord, is this good. Wow, I'm astounded. So, yeah, it's a recommendation for sure. Can be hard to follow when the protagonist of an episode switching further adds to it, especially once they start getting older, but if that's the worst complaint I can make, but it's a little confusing, yeah, it's been a long time since I've experienced something on quite this level. What is it about? In simple terms, a coming-of-age story about a young man trying to follow his dreams after meeting an artistic genius, and how it affected both of them. At one point they are in school, at another they are adults living on different continents, sometimes it's people around them, sometimes it's focused on people who are not even directly connected to any of them, but at the end of the day it's the people's stories and all of them come together in the end. What did I enjoy? Hard to digest this exactly, as it's a beautiful story of so many different parts. I don't believe I can separate anything individually. There is great pacing, without useless speeches so common in anime. There is a school life that is both realistic and fantastic. There is a shockingly relatable peek at an industry that is simply not something that people really think about. Namely advertisement, how much art, knowledge and communication and cooperation goes into it. And simply how much work a simple poster can make, all the while showing it through the people's stories, their struggles, disappointments, their sheer despair in the face of a real genius. What kind of effect being side by side with that can make? At times it's comedic, at times it's heartbreaking, and sometimes it's heartwarming. There are real criticisms about the pursuit of art as a career and even a hobby. There are questions about what it means to create and whether there is a merit to it, even if a person doing it is objectively not good. While at the same time there is also this look into the alien logic of what it means to live with an undeniable talent. Somehow, despite the title, Eren herself is actually rarely on the screen, but her influence is felt throughout the entire series. It's, well, again, beautiful, how it's all weaved together, even if the story itself is non-linear. Again, it's difficult to say much about it. Once again, I'm confronted with a simple problem, but the creation before me is simply too good, so flawless, that I do not have much to say, and it turns me into gushing over it, more so than leveling any kind of critique or exploring topics that were leveled here. Besides which, I don't think there's much benefit to having a monologue about the philosophy at play here. There is something to be discussed, debated. It's not a solo venture, and what I'm doing here is exactly what it is. As such, I would simply quote the last line of Eren the Southpaw. To all the people who couldn't become geniuses.